Hey there. Hano and I are going to talk about the Avengers and talk about our certain expectations and what we look forward to in a good superhero film after we've sat through 5 or 6 or 100 superhero movies in the past 2 or 3 years. So I think we have 2 major superhero films coming up next summer. A year from now, we have The Dark Knight Rises and The Avengers. And we're going to talk about Avengers. What are your expectations?
Well, first of all, if we're starting off, I'm just going to say this much. I'm a little worried about the Avengers.
Why?
Because who have we got in this? We have, I'm just going by character, we have Iron Man, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, Hawkeye, the Black Widow, did I always say Thor?
Yeah, you said Thor.
Captain America. And Samuel L. Jackson's character, Nick Fury. Like, this is now 7 people, who are all vying for the hero in the movie. And people say the Spider-Man 3 was bad because it had 3 villains in it. I don't see how a movie with 7 heroes is going to be panning out. True,
and you have, once again, a lot of screen time. Who gets the more screen time? Because everyone has their favorite.
Well, Iron Man's going to get the most screen time.
Because Robert Downey Jr., and it's a massive, massive success, and I agree with you. But there's a lot of people who has their favorite, because I know people who hate Iron Man, and who love, say, Thor, or loved Incredible Hulk, loved Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk. And so you have people who want to see their hero in there. And I think if anybody, and here's initially what puts all of my worries and fears to rest, if there's anybody out there who can make a film, who can make a movie that features an ensemble cast and use them effectively and fairly, it's the director and writer that they chose, and that's Joss Whedon. Firefly and Serenity are some of the greatest science fiction out there. I'm a huge fan, and Whedon can do this. And once again, having all these films already starting to build up on. I mean, Iron Man was great. Iron Man 2 was okay. This summer we had Thor and Captain America. And both were good. I'm not saying they're great, but they're both good, decent superhero films. I mean, people disagree, but...
Well, yeah, but once again, you're talking about Joss Whedon. The entire Firefly series is 14 hours, and the only reason Serenity works is because you saw the Firefly series, so you know the characters' personalities and their backstories. And
well, I'm not going to argue with you over Serenity and Firefly, though I will later. It's simply that you're right. They had a lot of time on the show. Avengers, you say you have
their movies, you have their background in their movies. But still, you're saying people are going to be wanting to see their favorites in that. And out of 7 characters, and I know the producers, their favorite is Iron Man. So I'm willing to bet money that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the main person in this film.
I don't think so. I really think they're going to have to use all of them effectively, especially considering that Tony Stark isn't even the leader of the Avengers. Captain America is the leader of the Avengers. Captain America is the person who leads it on. And so even if they want to feature, and I agree with you, Iron Man is a massive hit, but you also have Jeremy Renner, who's a massive actor.
Well, I think if anyone's going to be cut out of screen time, it's going to be Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner.
Well, Scarlett Johansson maybe, but Hawkeye is exclusive to the Avengers. Hawkeye, I know he had his cameo in Thor, but as far as comics and everything else, he doesn't belong to anything else. So Jeremy Renner, who is he's already gotten 2 Oscar nominations in the past 2 years. This December is going to be Mission Impossible 4. He's in the Avengers. He's going to be the next Jason Bourne. I mean, and he's also in Hansel and Gretel the Witch Hunters. But, he's becoming a major actor. And, him as Hawkeye, his exclusive to the Avengers, they're not going to underplay him. And once again, it's Joss Whedon. And granted, he's being controlled by Marvel. I think he really is going to use everyone effectively. And my major question, and it's been answered, I think, the last couple of films, is you have all these people coming together. You have to have an event. You have to have a villain or something having worthy enough to bring all these people together. And I think at the end of Thor, we gotta get it across that the villain's going to be a Loki. Which I'm really thrilled about because I felt that Tom Hiddleston did a great job as Loki in Thor, but I wanted to see more of that character. Loki, the god of mischief, let's see his full potential. What can Loki do? And I think the Avengers, he's unleashed. And he's going to be, I really think that that's going to be something that drives the movie. And also, I'm very interested to see how they incorporate a new Hulk. Because you already have 2 films of Hulk. Arguably, they both failed, though I like Norton's version. And now they have Mark Ruffalo, who I'm a massive fan of, playing Bruce Banner, and he's also doing the motion capture for it. I'm interested. I'm really interested to see what they do with the new Hulk, and ultimately with this much potential, will it live up to expectations? Probably not.
No.
You know, because it's a huge movie, and it's very ambitious to make a movie like this. But I'm saying Whedon can do it. You have great actors, Downey Jr., Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, who can hopefully maybe do something outside of a cameo, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am going to be looking forward to this no matter what. It's probably one of the biggest movies of that year. Well, it's going to be crushed by The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like one of the biggest movies of the year. There's a lot of potential in it, and I'm not going to disagree with that. There is a lot of potential that's going into this movie, and with that much potential, it's difficult to make it fail.
Well,
it is going to be a bit difficult to make it fail.
As long, and I'll say this, it's very easy to be disappointed in a superhero film, and you can't compare superhero films to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button or Citizen Kane or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's a very different standard. And here's how I compare it. Here's where I can tell that Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer fails, and where something like Thor doesn't. As long as I'm satisfied, if I see a movie in theaters and I feel satisfied, I feel that I got my money's worth, that my expectations were met, and I feel good about it, then that's my, is you can't compare it all solely on acting or solely on all this. It's that feeling as being satisfied. And I think ultimately, with Joss Whedon, I think this movie will satisfy.
Yeah, it's going to be hard not to.
I can't wait.
If you can't wait either, please tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching.